Hi friends, it's Anne here, and today's video is my last Shop My Stash for 2021. So just wanted to wrap it up with this video because I think I'm going to pick a few things to use over the next week or two, and then through like the end of December I want to play with my collection and start planning what I want to put in my next year's project pans. So I feel like there's just a lot going on. It probably doesn't look too bad on camera right now, but I've had a lot of things out. I've had like the stuff from Stelvana out, plus the stuff I picked in my last Shop My Stash, plus back there is some of the Merit stuff. So I am going to keep the Merit stuff out, but all of the Stelvana stuff is going to go away. All the stuff that I picked out in my last Shop My Stash is going to go away. I'm trying to think if there's anything I really want to mention. One of the few things I do want to mention is these. I don't know if I'm in focus here. The Kaja Moon Crystals. I've got these in Mystical is this one, and Luminary is this one. I really like these. They're actually different. This one is more like a topper. It's got more of a sheer base, whereas this one is definitely much more pigmented. I wore this one in at least one video, and I kept kind of going back to this. I wore this about 3 or 4 times, I think, and that's a lot for me for this kind of a shadow when I'm doing it in a Shop My Stash. Usually I use things maybe twice, and that's about it. This one I like, but it's just kind of ordinary. Like, I mean, it's got a really nice sparkle and everything, but there's nothing, it's not quite as special as this one. I'm also growing to like this more. This is the Radiance Brick from Rimmel, and this is in the shade 002 Medium. And I'm just finding this is a really easy bronzer to put on. I don't have to think too hard when I put this on. And I picked this one instead of the light shade because this one seemed a little bit less yellow toned and more, sort of more peachy, bronzy toned. The light shade seemed a bit more yellow and a bit pretty fair. I probably could have got the light one as well, but yeah, I'm quite happy with this. The more I use it, the more I like it. Sadly, this has to go. This is one of the Stila Glimmer and Glows, and this is in the shade Sunset Fire. I've pulled the stopper out of this to try and get some more out of it. It's now like a dry, flaky, hot mess. The second, I used it I think 3 times since my last update, and the last time I used it, like, it didn't even like stick to my eyes anymore. So that's going in my empties. It is done, unfortunately. Pretty sure I talked about this in a previous video at some point. I'm not a huge fan of this quad. I like the other quad I have better, which is in Pillow Talk. This shade right here looks like it's going to be this like burnt red orange color. It just ends up looking brown. I'm not gonna lie, it just ends up looking like a deep brown on the eyes. It looks like it's going to look way better, but whenever I blend it into my eyes, I guess you can even see there, it's just brown. Like, it's just a bronzy brown. I just feel like I expect it to look a bit more red toned here. I don't know how well that shows up, but yeah, like it does swatch a bit more brown. And then this topper shade is not very good. I think they reformulated this one. It has a new name. It's called the Bellows Sophia now. And when I had it, it was called the Dolce Vita. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this quad. All of this is going to go away. I'm actually not going to pull you through my drawers just because I kind of want to do this video a little bit quicker. I'm just going to pull out the things that I want to use over the next 2 weeks, and then we'll talk about those things. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, these are some items from my new makeup drawer that I haven't, well, most of them I haven't used at all. The only thing I have used is this. I've used it a couple times. I used it in a video. It's the Marc Jacobs, I think they call it like high enamored something or other in Sugar. So I'll just do a little swatch of that. It's a lot more paler than I thought it would be. So, I don't know. I'm hoping I'll like it. I didn't really love it when I used it the first time, but we'll see. Next thing is this Bella Pierre Pro Concealer Palette. It's actually a color correcting palette. All I've done is swatch this. I noticed the other day that the purple under my eyes was kind of really bad. So I wanted to like give this a go and see how it would work. I've never tried something like this orangey under the eye, so it might work. This might also be nice for some brightening, and this is to counteract redness, so I want to give it a go. It's really not something that I really can incorporate or something I'm going to use every day in my makeup routine, but it will be nice to give it a go and see if it actually does work. I have 2 things here from ColourPop that I got in the mystery box. I just haven't used them because they're just so not seasonally appropriate. They're more summertime colors, but I wanted to use them because, well, this one for sure, because this is a Jelly Much shadow in She Grown, and I'm worried by the time summer comes around, this is going to dry out, because everybody says that this dries out. And then, yeah, I've just had this, and I haven't used it on my eyes, so I want to play with it on my eyes. So there are the swatches. The four at the top there are from the 5-star palette. I'm really liking this shade. I can see myself, like, depotting that and getting rid of this and just keeping this one. I kind of like this too, but for some reason this shade right here is a really, really nice shade. I don't know if they have names, but they do. This shade right here called Resident Rep. I think that's a really pretty shade. And then that's the She Grown. You can see how reflective that is. It's so pretty. It's kind of, I've put this in the swatches when I was doing the dupes for the Carly Bible palette. I do have a lot of other similar shadows to this, but nothing is quite like this because it's a completely different texture. And the only other thing I pulled out was this all-nighter face primer from Urban Decay. I haven't tried this at all, so I have no idea if I like it, but got this in, I think, my fall top box. So I've had it for a while and I just haven't tried it at all, so I want to give this a go. And aside from that 5-star palette, the only other palette I want to pull out is this Zodiac Beach Cosmetics palette. I think everybody and their mother has seen this palette. I'm not going to swatch it. I just feel like I haven't used this enough. I was so excited to buy this. I got it so late in the game. I got this in 2020, the beginning of 2020, like this was the last thing I bought before everything closed down. So yeah, like it looks so pristine because I barely used this. So because it's such a big palette too, there's a lot that I can play with this one. So this is the only other eyeshadow palette I'm going to pull. I'm not going to pull any blushes, but I am going to pull the Becca Sunlit Bronzer in, I think this is Bronze Bondi. So I just want to play with this a little bit more. And then, because I already picked a Becca product, I'm like, let's just pick another one. This one's looking a little rough. This is the Year of the Pig, so 2019 highlighter. Yeah, mine kind of like totally fell apart. So there was a pretty like embossing in there, but it's pretty much smushed now. I'll probably just reach into my stash for eyebrow, liquid eyeliner, and like a black and a brown liner, but I did want to pull these 3 liners out because I feel like, I don't know, so I was really thinking about like a silver liner. I just really wanted to use a silver liner. I feel like I haven't used this one very much. This one's from Gosh. It's the shade Purple Stain, and then again, I feel like I haven't used this one a whole lot. This was from the Bambi collection from ColourPop. So there's those liners swatched there. They're all like shimmery metallic kind of liners. For foundation, again, I'm probably going to play with a lot of what I have, but I do want to make sure I use this one. This is the Becca Love Weightless Blur Foundation. I got this in the shade Porcelain. I bought this earlier this year and I felt like way too light, but I'm hoping at this time of year it probably will actually work out quite well, so I want to give this another go. I don't think I was a huge fan of this when I did try it, but yeah, I'm hoping this time of year it will be better. And I'm going to pull this as my concealer. Again, this is super light on me. This is the Bye Bye Under Eye Illuminating version. It's the Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer. This is like the most full coverage concealer I've ever used in my entire life. Like you use the tiniest drop and you're good to go. This is in the shade Light, but underneath it says Ultra Fair. And this is super pale. It's really, really light. Like this would work for really fair skin. If you're like my skin tone, like, you know, the light range, this is definitely too light. I'm not even sure if this is available. I can't remember how I got this. It was either in a kit or like an add-on or something, because it's not a full size. It's like a deluxe. I don't think it's a full size. I think it's a deluxe sample size. Okay, and the last thing I want to talk about is lips. So I mentioned this in a previous video that in the month of December, I wanted to play with all of my red lipsticks. I'm not a big red lipstick person, and I feel like this is too many for someone that's not a big red lipstick person. However, I know that these are all, most of them are pretty different. I can see myself decluttering maybe 1 or 2 of these, but they are all kind of a bit different. Like this one's really sheer. I think this one's pretty sheer too. These 2 are probably the most similar, and then this lipstick and this one are probably similar. Anyway, I need to play with them and see if there's anything that I want to declutter out of this like reds. But I want to see if I really like them and I want to keep them, or if it's like it's time for one or two of these to go. And I feel like I'm just really wanting to wear the reds this month. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling the red vibe. I might do an Instagram post with this. I'm not 100% sure. I might just play with them on my own time. Sometimes it's like it's a little bit too much pressure at times trying to like make videos and do Instagram posts when you just want to play with makeup. So yeah, I'm going to put all of this stuff away. I'm also keeping up the Merit stuff. You can't see it, it's over there. My desk is a hot mess right now, so I need to like clean it before I put all this away. So it's going to take me a while to put this away. I'm not going to film that. So yeah, this is what I am wearing for the next couple of weeks. And like I said, this is my last Shop My Stash for this year because I want to do a few things to play with. Like I know I want to play with foundations to figure out what foundation to put in my project pan for next year. I want to play with, I have a couple of eyeshadow palettes in mind for next year's Pan That palette, but I want to play with them to see which one I actually want to use. Same with face palettes. I'm pretty sure I know what face palette I want to pick, but just want to make sure that I'm cool with that. And again, yeah, I want to play with a lot of other items just to like figure out what I want to at least start my project pans with next year. So I hope you liked this little Shop My Stash. If you did, feel free to give it a little thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you did subscribe to my channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, stay safe, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye!